Hello and welcome back. My name is Sylvia. I'm an artist and I love to share my sketchbook journey with you today. I have been keeping sketchbooks consistently since 2008 and they have been great tools for me and companions and a space where I could really process a lot. My early sketchbooks, as you can see, are filled with ideas and just roughly sketching and some concepts, almost so that I can brain dump a lot of this information. I've also noticed that over the years I have been writing same ideas over and over, but not doing them, bringing my attention to the healing that I needed to do in the realm of procrastination and perfectionism, which led me to the root cause of it, which was basically fear. That is a large and broad topic I'd like to address in future videos, but for now I'd like to tell you how sketchbooks helped me. For example, 1 year on Instagram I saw this drawing challenge that people had, and they kept it for about a month, and I decided to do it as well, and this is how it all started. In 1 December, I decided to commit to daily drawings, which I'm showing you right now. And then the next year, in 2016, I decided to fully commit and create a drawing a day. This commitment was a little difficult at first, but after about a month of doing that, it kind of got me in the groove, and I was consistently just sitting in the evening for about roughly an hour. Of course, depends on the day, each day is different, but roughly it took me an hour to just kind of doodle these out. I didn't have any prompts or anything. They were just kind of like my daily, if something happened during the day, or I had an idea, or I saw something, I would just be inspired to do it. They were definitely more graphic, and I was able to experiment with color pencils and pens and markers. There were the materials I was mostly interested in at the time. The more I've been doing them, the more I've noticed how the ideas would come a little bit easier, and I do completely agree with the statement that creativity is a muscle of sorts, and that the more you do, it's going to be easier for you to create, and other ideas would come from that. For example, I decided to explore chakras and its symbology each day for a few days at a time, and this is what you see right here. Creating every day also boosts my confidence and definitely my skill set. I noticed over a period of time that, for example, doing some of the portraiture was a little bit easier and coming out a little, I really enjoyed how things would come out, which then builds into your confidence, and this kind of cycle continues. Not every day is your best day, of course. Some days you just might not feel like it, or nothing is coming, no ideas are coming to you, but just sticking with it is what builds that confidence, and then that will inspire you to create more. I also love shopping for new art materials, and I love watercolor pencils, and about this time I also purchased some gouache and started to experimenting with that. Another interesting thing I've noticed, especially looking back at all my sketchbooks, is that there were definitely themes throughout weeks or months where I would kind of use the same style, or it's hard to explain, but I can kind of see how I might have been inspired by something and I'm just kind of working out these ideas over and over, maybe in different drawing style, but at the same time I can see similarity in them, which is super interesting to me. Definitely you don't see it when it's happening, but as you look back, you definitely see some themes, and that is another super important aspect of keeping your sketchbooks and working with them in this way. After completing 1 year of daily drawings, it became such a part of my daily routine that I continued, maybe not every single day, but pretty consistently for a long while. Another super important aspect of keeping sketchbooks and art journals to me is the visual diary that you're creating basically. It's the drawings that depict the moment or event and you instantly remember it without reading any description. This for me ties back to the concept that art can be such a powerful modality where you can really process a lot of your memories and your emotions, and it's truly a really powerful healing tool. And I live it and I believe it, and I want to share that with everyone. Another super important aspect of keeping sketchbooks and these art books is this complete freedom that you have. There is no judgment. You can do whatever you want, write about whatever you want, experiment with whatever images. No one's gonna see it. This is just for you. And I think that these spaces are so important for artists. We as artists need total freedom and total creative environment that nourishes this freedom. And sketchbooks can provide this space for us. Over time, my style became looser and I started experimenting more with abstract. I also noticed how certain medium changes the way your drawings look and which ones I prefer to work with, which are usually something water soluble, whether markers or pencils or gouache, watercolors, and the mixture of them all with some marker on top. As I said before, art is definitely a modality that heals, and passing away of my grandmother was definitely those moments that I needed art to process it all, like these 2 pages right here where the actual passing happened. Grief is a strange beast, and time just gives it more space to roam. My grandmother passed away in December 2021, so at the beginning of year 2022, I decided to commit to a year of drawing again, and partially to help me deal with the grief and distract myself properly with art. This time I decided to have more structure and I chose the format to be this square, and partially of course because I knew I was going to share it on Instagram, but also it gave me this boundary to fill, and as you can tell I did fill it completely, which was different from other sketchbooks. Also, I had found this spiritual devotional by Ilyana Van Zandt, She is a great teacher and author, and these were great for me. A lot of them were great prompts, but also they gave so much inspiration. They were formatted as a positive statement or like a universal truth. I really enjoyed making these because not only I was making art, but also I was getting this daily dose of something that was very inspiring, uplifting, or something that might have gave me a different insight on things, and it was really beautiful. It was a great project. I definitely noticed changes in my style throughout this year. I definitely leaned more towards portraiture as well, especially towards the later drawings, as you will see. And this brings me to this idea, this concept of cumulative effort. It's an idea that a lot of modern thinkers and inspirational writers talk about, motivational speakers, I should say. It's basically saying that little steps done every day on like a daily basis build the bigger habits and bigger skill sets. As I mentioned before, for a person like myself who is healing issues of procrastination and perfectionism, aka fear, the concept is so liberating, right? The idea that just little by little gentle steps forward will get you to the results of this vision of yourself that you're looking for. I think we all grew up in this society that tells us that we need to be, hard on ourselves, and we must try harder and be better. And when we cannot achieve that, then these shame cycles begin, which create just a road to nowhere. We're just spinning, and that's how I felt for many years, especially when it comes to art making. As someone who graduated from art school, which is a whole nother topic, this is definitely something that had been haunting me for a long time, where there was just this almost paralyzed inability to create. And it was based on shame, just the bottom line. So to free yourself from these shame cycles and to hear that there is another approach, and it's a balance of accepting yourself the way you are right now and being gentle with yourself. And it's not about just saying it's okay, don't do it. It's about do it, but little by little, as long you move forward, it's progress and it's success. We all come from different backgrounds and different situations, and we struggle with similar things. It's a human experience. By the time I finished this year, I really was very pleased with my progress. I was very happy that I committed and I completed, and it definitely gave me a confidence boost, and I did enjoy where I was going with the techniques, the looseness, I would say, that I've really got interested in over this time as well, you know, grew some more ideas for me. That is another very interesting and paradoxical things about creativity, is that the more you make, the more it grows. Just like in nature, when you cut the branch, 3 more branches will try to grow from that area. Creativity works in the same way. In this sketchbook, however, I ran out of steam, so to speak, and just, everything has its season. This sketchbook right here was kind of like this in between. It was larger format. I tried something new, something different. And when I don't have these daily commitments, my sketchbook becomes my journal as well, where I write a lot, or write quotes or messages or memories or letters to myself, I suppose. And here's my latest sketchbook I just started. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I want to remind you to start small. If you're starting your sketchbook journey, it is very important to be gentle with yourselves. You can use prompts if you'd like to help you along, and commit to enjoying yourself. Commit to growing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this long video, and I hope to see you next time.